guys, real quick, I had to come outside and get some fresh air, man. At home again today. My son is sick, so y'all know how that go. I was out Wednesday. I had to miss Wednesday because he was really sick, and we took him to care now, and I don't know what the hell they were doing that day. I guess they weren't trying to work or whatever, the nurses, the doctors or whatever. But they just wrote a prescription, and when they got the prescription, picked up the prescription or whatever, and it wasn't really working because the fever he had and the coughing and all that stuff, it kept coming back. It would work temporarily, and my wife had to stay home with him Thursday, which was yesterday. And we thought, okay, well, he'll be better, Thursday, and he'll be ready to go back to school on Friday, which is today. So I got home Friday, and she was like, he's worse. His temperature's back up to 102, almost 103. I think it was 102.9 or something like that. And he's like, well, I got to take him back to care now, because they said if he have any more complications, bring him back. So that's what we did. And, we've been giving him liquids, the medicine, all that stuff. So we take him back, and they diagnosed him with the flu. He actually had the flu. And I was like, oh, well, shit, how come this wasn't detected before, And she started mouthing off about something. I can't really remember. But so we had to bring him back, and they wrote a note, said he couldn't go back to school till the 11th, which is, this coming up next Tuesday. And it's like, damn, I got to take off again. So I got to take off today, which is, that's why I'm talking, running my mouth right now with y'all. And my wife went to work, and then she'll take off Monday or whatever. So, and then Tuesday he'll be ready to go. But he's feeling a little better. He's kind of up and around, but he's still kind of zombie-ish, And y'all know this flu, man, it's serious because it's different types, different strands of flu. And he had a flu shot. That's the weird thing. And it's just different strands that's out there. And I guess it went past it and got him anyway, So, it is what it is. So we're dealing with that. He's getting better. He's progressing. So that's a good thing. He's got an appetite and everything. So, but anyway, guys, I know y'all don't want to hear about but I want to talk about, I was trying to avoid making this video, but I wanted to talk about Dez Bryant. I guess so, I made a lot of videos in the past about Dez Bryant. And I loved him to death. He was a fiery guy, one of the best wide receivers we ever had under Michael Irvin and the original 88. We had some great receivers. We had T.O., we had Antonio Bryant, and, but Dez was one of those guys, man. People talked about his route running and, he didn't have but 2 or 3 routes and all that stuff. He really didn't need it, if you think about it, because he was so physical. And he'd beat you up at the line of scrimmage and get past you, and he was a red zone threat, and he would catch the ball over 1 or 2 guys. He was that physically strong. So he really didn't need if you think about it, he really didn't need a big time, route. He just needed a little bit of space, and that was it. That's all he needed. Every receiver's different, He's led the league led the team in touchdown reception still to this day. So I think he passed that milestone back in 2017, last time we had him. But heard it through the grapevine and read a couple of articles. 105.3 The Fan was talking about it and everything, and said he texted Stephen Jones, said he wanted to come back. And they talked to Stephen Jones about it, and he's like, well, we're open to anybody wanting to come back to help the team. But we haven't really said yeah on it or no or anything, but we'll see. Y'all know y'all not gonna get no straight answer out of Stephen Jones, so y'all might as well hang that up. But this is my opinion on it. I've seen them workouts on YouTube and Twitter, and he lost 10 pounds. He's back down to playing weight, and he looks great. Just like anybody that's trying to come back, they look great, And he's working hard, doing what he can to get his body ready, physically ready to come back. And what's messing him up, what's killing him, and the young folk today, they're going through social media and Twitter to try to get a job. That's not what you do. You know, you got to old school it when it comes down to getting a job. Y'all know that. Just like a regular job, when you go into a company, it's your own presentation. You know, you got your resume with your experience, background, all that, you know. And that's how you go about doing it. You don't go through Twitter and Facebook and, you know, you let your agent, as an athlete, you let your agent do the job for you. And, you know, he should have an agent, you know, doing the thing. And, hey, man, I got my client. He's this, he's that. He's great. He's got himself in shape, and he's ready to go, you know. He's ready for you to make an offer. Cheap offer, too, you know. So, Dez Bryant still think he's a red zone threat, which I think he could be, you know. But, you know, it's one of those things, man. And then you got to remember how he left. Just like when you leave a job, man, you quit a job or you get fired. That's a scar. That's a big scar. They'll always remember that. No matter how hard you worked, what time you put in, it doesn't matter. It's the way you left. You know, he left on a bad note, and you know, they got rid of him. You know, he didn't. they let him go. And, you know, he said a lot of things, and people were Garrett guys and talking about Lee and Travis Frederick, and you know, etc. And he just left on a bad note. You know, he left some tracks behind, and you know, they'll never forget that. Especially jobs, they don't care. They'll remember the bad before they remember the good about you. That's any job. It's just the world's just like that. It's just sissified like that. But who knows how this will turn out? Is there room? I don't know. I mean, hopefully we got Coop. You know, we got Gallup, who's emerging and getting better year by year. Randall Cobb, you know, and we got to figure out what we're going to do with Cobb and Coop. And I just don't know if there's room, you know. And then we got the draft coming up and things like that. And you know, I think he can still play. For Dallas, I don't know. I don't see it coming. If you ask me, Dallas is too nitpicky. They too you know, especially fiery guys like that tell the truth. They don't like that. You know what I mean? So once you expose Dallas, you're out of there, Jack. It ain't no coming back from that. Dallas. Now I don't know about anywhere else, but Dallas is just punctified like that. I know that ain't a word, but I just made it up. But anyway, guys, that's all I got, man. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think about Dez Bryant possibly tweeting, trying to come back to the Cowboys. If I would have left in that fashion, I probably wouldn't come back to the Cowboys. I'd probably just try to go somewhere else and play. But I guess he liked Dallas, and you know. And then another thing, he's working at one of the facilities at the Star. I'm like, how does that work? You know, apparently somebody gave him the key. Somebody let him through the doors. You know what I mean? Who did that? You know what I'm saying? So, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. And I'm gonna think about that one a little bit. You know, I like Dez, man, but I can't see him coming back. But anyway, guys, make sure you stay cowboyed up and prayed up, because you never know what the day is gonna bring you. Holla back at your boy. I'm out.
And the only thing else I got to say